times seek change, so must we. That the new time requires new response to new challenges.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Welcome to another edition of the program As You Answer the Call. I'm your regular host, Binta Magaji. The first phase of the COVID-19 vaccination is underway. Cooperators support the federal government to ensure the success of the exercise as Nigeria joins the rest of the world in waging a relentless war against the deadly disease. COVID-19 kills. Respect the protocols to stay safe. Now to the program. In its determination to lend support in the fight against corruption, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has worked out an institutional framework leading to the establishment of the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit, ACTU, at the Hajj House. This was at the instance of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC. What is the mandate of the ACTU at NAHCON? How will it be discharged? We have answers to these and other questions in our Spotlight segment. Also in the program, we have our regular segments such as the NAHCON News Diary, which features the activities of NAHCON chairman, key functionaries of the commission, and other stakeholders. These are more shortly. Stay with us.
Every Muslim is a potential pilgrim. To make the Hajj possible for the Ummah, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, is running a Hajj savings scheme through Jaiz Bank. The scheme allows depositors to gradually save for the Hajj over a period of time. Registration into the Hajj savings scheme is ongoing for all Muslims. Muslims wishing to perform Hajj can be enrolled into the scheme through the following outlets: NAHCON offices across the country, state pilgrims welfare boards, agencies and commissions, any branch of Jaiz Bank in the country. Enrollment can also be done directly by logging into dedicated sites for the scheme. Let's participate and support the Hajj savings scheme for better Hajj services.
Thanks for being there. We begin the program with the news diary as presented from our studio. The Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Hajj and Umrah announced yesterday, the 9th of May 2021, that the Hajj will hold this year. A statement by the ministry says details of the operational plans will soon be made public by the COVID-19 health control and standards. The decision says the statement is based on the kingdom's determination to welcome guests of Allah for the performance of Hajj and Umrah. It further stated that the kingdom will ensure the health and safety of pilgrims to enable them perform the Hajj rites with ease and in safe environment. The ministry says Saudi health authorities will continue to assess conditions and take all necessary measures to ensure the preservation of pilgrims' health. Last year, the Hajj that is usually attended by nearly 3 million pilgrims was curtailed to 1,000 pilgrims, all residents of Saudi Arabia, with borders closed for international pilgrims due to the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. In the meantime, a statement by NAHCON Head of Public Affairs, Hajma Fatima Sanda Usara says, although no mention was made on the admissibility of foreign pilgrims, the Commission is optimistic that the custodian of the two haramain will open their doors for international pilgrims. Hajja Usara says, while the Commission awaits further communication on specific measures and organizational plans for the 2021 Hajj, NAHCON urges Nigerian intending pilgrims to continue exercising patience and pray for positive outcome. The statement ends by charging all stakeholders to be ready for the measures to be released by Saudi authority. Nasarawa State Governor Engineer Abdullahi Sule has called on Muslim Ummah to intensify prayers for an end to the security challenges bedeviling the country and the world in general. A statement by the Public Relations Officer Abdulrazak Muhammad says The governor made the plea while performing the Umrah. The governor noted that the last 10 days of Ramadan are special, hence the need to seek Allah's intervention. Governor Abdullah Sule said he too will take advantage of the special days while in Saudi Arabia to pray for Nigeria. In a related development, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje of Kano State has prayed for peace to reign in Nigeria. The governor made a prayer after performing the Umrah together with his family. A statement by the governor's senior special advisor on social media, Abubakar Aminu, says Governor Ganduje calls on Nigerians to embrace peace. Meanwhile, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) has attributed the successes being recorded in implementing the Hajj savings scheme to the support of state governors and traditional rulers across the country.
This is as a result of the little effort put.
The coordinator of the scheme at NAHCON, Dr. Aliyu Tanko, stated this during an interview in his office.
Some of the statements and commitments of the governors and the chief executives really encourages us that we are on the right track, because some are giving us more than, if there is something like more than 100% supporting the scheme.
Dr. Aliyu Tanko said the number of people who are enrolling into the Hajj savings scheme on a daily basis is encouraging. He further stated that the Commission will take advantage of all means available towards creating more awareness about the scheme. Alhamdulillah, if you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation on the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON). As part of the efforts of the federal government to check the prevalence of corruption, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) was mandated to establish the Anti-Corruption and Transparency units in federal ministries, departments and agencies. And so, last year, the unit was unveiled at the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON). For details about the inauguration and how the ACTU has been faring ever since, stay tuned for the next segment, Spotlight. Don't go away.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
And accountability in all my undertakings.
With this oath taken, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) unveiled its officials that will manage the Commission's Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit. NAHCON Acting Director of Monitoring and Evaluation, Olayuola Abdusalam, heads the unit. The inauguration took place on Wednesday, the 18th of November 2021 at the Hajj House, Abuja.
Is hereby formally inaugurated.
Inaugurating the ACTU, NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikrun Lakulle Hassan said the Commission will support the unit to carry out its duties assiduously.
We shall make all efforts to support ACTU so that the very reason why they were established is not in abeyance. We shall be at home to support in all way material to ensure that this launching of today is not a waste of effort. We are willing to listen to all your ideas, as we know that where corruption pervades, progress also will not be achievable.
At the occasion, Chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission (ICPC), Professor Bolaji Awosanoye, was represented by ICPC's Head of Monitoring and Intelligence, Mr. Kupolati Kayode. He explained more about the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit.
Is intended to serve as an internal regulatory mechanism to undertake periodic sensitization of staff on and against corruption, examine systems, processes, and procedures that are prone to corruption and provide solutions, develop code of ethics for staff and ensure compliance, monitor budgets, implementation, as well as conducting preliminary investigation into complaints and reports.
Mr. Kupolati further says,
It is also important to understand that the Commission, with the vision of providing and coordinating efficient and effective service to the pilgrims, including movement of persons from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia for the Hajj, is a vision that cannot be achieved in an atmosphere that tolerates corrupt practices.
Soon after its inauguration, the unit, with members drawn from various divisions of NAHCON, swung into action.
The membership cut across various departments in the commission. And you know there is standing order and guideline from the ICPC that states which department and which division the membership should be drawn from. Procurement, audit, admin, accounts, and the likes. So, and the membership cut across all those departments and divisions. Presently, we have 9 members. But the membership has tenure of 3 years. Renewable for another 3 years.
In carrying out their responsibilities, members of the ACTU at NAHCON mapped out plans towards achieving the noble objectives of the unit. These include mounting intensive awareness creation for the staff of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON.
We have conducted a lot of activities, including sensitization for staff, trainings, and we have marked out our strategy, and we are on course. We have sensitized the staff. As you can see stickers, you can see banners in all the corridors of the office. You see the situation box and complaints box to receive petitions and complaints. And presently, we have designed, as part of our function, because we must conduct system study and review to know areas that are prone to corruption, so as to provide ways of preventing it.
Stickers and banners are posted at strategic points of the Hajj house with the following inscriptions: Let's raise our voice against corruption. Shun corruption, save Nigeria. Transparency and accountability cure corruption. And service to pilgrims is an honor. Don't give or take bribe.
You know, we have various zonal offices. We are still going to carry out sensitization in all the zonal offices, as well as other stakeholders, the state pilgrim welfare boards and the tour operators. That is part of our action plan and is going to come up very soon.
The ICPC then meets with chief.
This was one of the enlightenment programs conducted at Hajj House for NAHCON senior staff. It was jointly organized by NAHCON and the ICPC. While presenting a paper titled Management Support for ACT's Role in the Workplace, Mr. Olayinka Ayegbayo stated the objectives of the training for the senior staff.
So we expect the executive and management staff here today present to serve as advocates to promote the effective functioning of the actors in the MDAs. That is, to sensitize their subordinates that, look, this thing is good, it's important, it will make us to be appreciated by our stakeholders if we do things right. One, as serving as advocates to promote the effective functioning of the actors in the MDA and other parastatals in the following ways. We say serve as integrity champions in the respective organization. So the senior staff are the ones that the younger ones or the junior ones are looking up to. So in all your conduct, you must be integrity champions.
The resource person stressed that institutional support is key to the success of the fight against corruption.
When we came in, we saw a lot of flex banners. We saw presence that ACTU is sensitizing and bringing the workforce in the commission up to speed about what their activities are, and doing that they are trying to get the buy-in of every member of staff to be part of the crusade against corruption. We all know that this stems from the fact that we have a leader that has said to us that if we don't kill corruption or tame it, it will certainly consume us, and we don't pray that corruption will consume us in Nigeria.
On their parts, NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikunla Kule Hassan and the Commission's Commissioner of Operations Alhaji Abdullahi Magaji Hardawa reiterated the importance of training, saying that it will create the consciousness needed to fight corruption in Nigeria.
And I hope that whatever you tell us will be able to make us better than whatever we are now. We agree with you that the issue at stake is something that we need to work on so that we can have a better Nigeria as it is.
You have to really focus on the societal ills. And that means the faith-based approach will be a very good instrument. And probably you need to create a unit to address this and be collaborating with agencies like NOAA and other related institutions to enlighten the people of the ills of this corruption. Some people indulge in corruption without knowing that they are stepping into the territory. But if they are enlightened enough, those who have conscience will try to run away from it. They will not unwillingly go into it. Those who indulge in corruption are doing so willingly and not out of ignorance. But you have to set the pace for that.
The activities of the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit ACTU at the Hajj House has the potential of improving on the services delivered to pilgrims and as well as enhance the good image of NAHCON and Nigeria at large.
MashaAllah, you are still watching as you answer the call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك.
The rites that characterize the Hajj take place within 5 days, starting on the 8th and ending on the 12th or 13th of Zulhijjah, which is the 12th month of the Islamic calendar. What are the rites to be performed by pilgrims on each of these days of the Hajj period? Why is the day of Arafat referred to as the day of Hajj?
On that day, there are 4 things to be done.
On Making the Hajj tonight, Sheikh Muhammad bin Uthman answers these and other questions.
On the 8th day of Zulhijjah, Hajj practice starts in earnest. Pilgrims leave Mecca, Allahu Akbar, in great number. Groups of people deserting Mecca, if you like it, going to Mina. That is Yawm al-Tarwiyah. Why is it so called? Historically, كان يوم التروية يوما لإرواء غلة الحجاج. From there the name is gotten. The pilgrims were given water. The water used to be given to them is called tarwiyah. لأنه يروي عطشهم. The water used to quench their thirst. That is the meaning. So the nomenclature is maintained till today, in fact till eternity.
The Islamic scholar further says,
one sha'ir says, يا راحلين إلى منى بفؤادي حيجتم يوم الرحيل فؤادي سرتم وصار دليلكم يا وحشتي والشوق أقلقني بصوت الهادي من نال من عرفات نظرة ساعة نال السرور ونال كل منادي. Oh ye pilgrims who are living Mecca, you made me almost cry. You are going to Mina and Arafah, the places of Allah. How I wish I'm part of you. Oh, that's very important. So after leaving Mecca, pilgrims go to Mina, maintaining labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak labbaik. They keep on saying this. If people cannot do it, well, some are saying a group leader should be appointed.
While in Mina, pilgrims are also to observe daily prayers and shorten those with 4 rakah to 2 rakahs.
So when they reach Mina, they pray Zuhur, Qasr, shorten 2 rakat. Asr at its time, shorten. Maghrib is not shorten, you know. Then Isha. So they spend night in that very valley of Mina.
The 9th of Zulhijjah is the Arafat day, and it is called the day of Hajj. Why? And what must pilgrims do on the day?
In the morning, in the morning, the 9th day, that is the peak of Hajj. Is the peak, P-E-A-K, is the pinnacle of Hajj, is the highest crescendo of Hajj. That is the day of Arafah. Our Prophet ﷺ, Al-Hajju Arafah. Arafah is what makes Hajj acceptable. So on the 9th, here again another mistake. You'll see a lot of people leaving their tents in the evening. They should remain there until morning, then they just take off, going to Arafah. So you go to Arafah that very day and you wait for the Imam to come. And you make sure in the field of Arafah on the 9th day, you are within the vicinity of Arafah, not outside. They tell you Arafah starts here. Bidayah to Arafah huna. So make sure you do not stand outside the territory of Arafah, otherwise your Hajj will be void. Okay, you be within the territory, not without, within. Okay. Now, if it is possible, you go to the mosque of Namira, where the Prophet stood, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you cannot, now today people are so many, the whole world is congregating here. The assembly of assemblies, the gathering of the gatherings. Yeah, so be there. Allah's packages of rahmah will be descending that very day.
We shall continue with the discussions on the Arafah and other days of Hajj in our next edition.
Every Muslim is a potential pilgrim. To make the Hajj possible for the Ummah, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, is running a Hajj saving scheme through Jaiz Bank. The scheme allows depositors to gradually save for the Hajj over a period of time. Registration into the Hajj saving scheme is ongoing for all Muslims. Muslims wishing to perform Hajj can be enrolled into the scheme through the following outlets: NAHCON offices across the country, state pilgrims welfare boards, agencies and commissions, any branch of Jaiz Bank in the country. Enrollment can also be done directly by logging into dedicated sites for the scheme. Let's participate and support the Hajj saving scheme for better Hajj services.
Alhamdulillah, up next is the quiz. Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was: mention 3 appeals made by Prophet ﷺ to the Ummah in his farewell sermon. The correct answer is: uphold human dignity, honor and respect the rights of women, and give out zakat. The winner is Abubakar Abdulsalam from Mina, Niger State. He provided the answer ahead of others. Abubakar Abdulsalam will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week. And the question is: what Hajj history is associated with Wadi Urana? I repeat, what Hajj history is associated with Wadi Urana? Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing. Once again, good luck to you. Before we round off the program, we take some messages from our viewers. Aisha to Farouk sent in the first message. It reads: we thank NAHCON management for this program. I pray that Allah will continue to reward you. The program guides us towards understanding Hajj rights better. The second message came from GSM number 0813-733-0599. It says: Assalamu alaikum NAHCON. I'm really interested in your quiz. The segment always educates me. You too can send a message through our mobile number and other social media platforms. Remember, you can stop the spread of coronavirus by complying with all preventive measures. Let's support our government in the fight against coronavirus. That's it on this edition of the program. As you answer the call, join me same time next week for another package. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا